new consultant training. I remember being a new consultant, so I'm just going to hook you up so that you don't have to fail forward as much as I did. Just know that if you do everything wrong, it can still be okay. I'm here to give you hope, but I also don't want you to have all that heartache. So we're going to talk about booking. You know, Mary Kay had some different categories, and what she said was the recipe to success. And the number one thing she said was book. It was book, coach, sell, recruit. So we're going to talk about booking and coaching first, because this is kind of a category that you want to do together. When you're a new consultant, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I have tons of people to contact. That's great. If you're like, Kristen, I just moved to the area and you're literally the first person I've met in this area, I don't know who I'm going to build my business with, I'm going to give you ideas. The first thing you're gonna want to do is write a list. You're going to go through your Facebook friends, and you're going to go through your cell phone, and you're going to write down the names of every female over 18. It doesn't have to be to somebody that you've talked to in the last 2 years. It doesn't have to be somebody that you know the names of all their children. Just putting the names to paper. So females over 18, any of them. Now, even if you feel like you know nobody in the area, it's okay, because you might know people in the surrounding areas, or you can still contact people you know that aren't in our area, and they might know people in your area. But for the most part, if that is you, you're just going to want to contact me and I can walk you through it. Normally, what has happened though is that people do know more people than they think. They join and they say, who am I going to give a facial to? And the truth is, there's plenty of people out there with a face that has skin on it. Literally everyone. So there's plenty of people to work with. So once you have this list, what I suggest doing is putting a star next to the names of the people that are really your biggest cheerleaders in your life. They're really nice people. Maybe they wear makeup. Maybe they're people who you do hang out with and spend more time with. This is going to be family members, close friends, maybe really close coworkers. And those are going to be your starting ground. Now, I'm just going to kind of set you up here, not for failure, but for success, by telling you not everybody's going to say yes. And not everybody is going to answer you, and that is okay. Mary Kay is a numbers game, and I want you to envision that you have a pack of gum, your favorite flavor of gum, and you're walking up to people and you're saying, would you like a piece of gum? Like when I was in high school, people were offering gum all the time. They were like, you want a piece of gum? It was like what got me through math class, was like, who has gum? Or like I had gum and I was like, you want a piece of gum? It's the same thing. If somebody says no, don't go, she doesn't want my gum? Like, it's just not that deep. It's just not really her thing, okay? So you're going to ask some people, they're going to say nothing. You're going to ask some people, they're going to say no thank you, and you're going to be super gracious about that, and that's okay. And then there's going to be people who are like, yeah, totally, sure, sounds like fun. Or give me more information. And those are the people we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on the yeses. Mary Kay, not Mary Kay, but Oprah Winfrey, another awesome woman, she said that no is a vitamin. The more you take, the stronger you get. So just understand that when you get a no, you're taking your daily vitamins. They just don't want a piece of your gum, but somebody else will want a piece. Now, when you're reaching out to the people on this list, and I know you're working with those stars first, you're not going to use your own words. Did I just say that? Yeah, like you're not going to use your words. The things that I say to get appointments in Mary Kay felt super alien to me when I first started my business. Ending a phrase with do daytimes or evenings work better for you just sounded really weird. But now it comes out easily, and the scripts on my website that you'll be utilizing to make your appointments are not things that even I created. They're not things that my director created. They're scripts that the multimillionaires in Mary Kay created. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to take advice from people who are in the position or making the income that I want to make, or the position I want to be in. So you're going to be using the scripts. It is totally fine to make them personalized. I think that's actually really smart at the beginning of the script. So for instance, one of the scripts for new consultants is talking about how your first goal is to see 30 faces in your first 30 days and you'd love to give her a makeover. I would start off that conversation with something like, hey Amy, I hope you're doing well. I've seen your new baby girl, she's absolutely gorgeous. I'm reaching out to you for something super random, blah, 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 into your script. So you don't just have to say Amy, blah, 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 because then you do seem like a robot and it seems like a copy-paste thing. So you can make it personalized, you're working with people you know. Eventually, when you start working with referrals, you will just be using a script. You don't know those people, you know nothing about them. They're a name on paper with a number, so you will just really mass text those out or call them. And that's another thing, is you can actually make the decision when you're making your appointments if you would rather call or text. Personally, I like to text because I like massive action. However, if it's somebody who's older or if it's somebody that I'm very, very close with and we do talk on the phone, I'll talk to them on the phone. But many of my friends, because they're mothers like me, when I started out my business, a text was going to be the easiest way for us to communicate because our lives are crazy and we don't always have time for a phone call. So know that you're just going to do what works for you. So use those scripts, work with the list, start with the stars, and then you can move on and start talking to the other people. The no's are okay, the no's are your vitamins, but there will be yeses, and we're going to focus on those. So say somebody says yes. Many people will say yes. Say someone says, oh yeah, totally, I'll be one of your 30 faces, or sure, like I have no idea what you're talking about, but whatever, I want to help you out. That's great. Instead of saying, awesome, we'll check your schedule and get back to me. Things like I would have said before, it's not going to help you get an appointment. The best thing to do is give them 2 options. So what I would say is, because of my schedule, do weekday evenings or weekends work better for you? So I'm saying, great, exclamation point. Do weeknights or weekends work better for you? Since that's when I hold my appointments. I give her 2 options because a woman with any more than 2 options cannot make a decision. She just can't do it, okay? So say she says, well, weekends. Awesome, Amy, sounds great. Well, would this Saturday at 2 o'clock or this Saturday at 6 o'clock work better for you? Or you could say, do you prefer this Saturday at 2 or this Saturday at 6? So once again, you're giving her 2 options. Now, if for some reason this Saturday doesn't work at either of those 2 times, that's fine. You're going to want to throw out another 2 options. When you're doing this, you're helping people narrow down to a time that does work, and you can actually put it on the books. It is solidified. You're not holding your breath and hoping it holds that day, okay? So 2 options, 2 options. Then once you find a time, say she says, actually Saturday at 6 is perfect. Say, great, Amy, I'm so excited. We're gonna have a ton of fun. And then you set an intention with this person. When I was a new consultant, I had a lot of postponements and cancellations. And it wasn't because people didn't want facials. It's not because I'm not awesome. It's not because they're bad people. It's because they didn't understand how seriously I was taking my business and where I actually was planning to go. I had goals, not only financial goals, but business goals for my career. So when I set an intention, it sounds something like, great, I can't wait to see you this Saturday at 6 o'clock. I confirm it, and then I say, I have this time slot reserved just for you. I'll have a sitter set up for my children, and this is kind of like my full-time job. So in case an emergency should arise, please let me know 48 hours in advance. Can't wait! Exclamation point. Now, if you don't have children, you can't do the babysitting card, but if you have kids, I highly suggest doing that because women are like, oh, you've reserved this time slot for me? Oh, you're doing this like a job? Oh my gosh, you're paying a sitter to be with your children while you're with me? It changes the whole ball game, and you'll have so many more appointments hold. My director taught me that after having an entire week of cancellations. Just from people saying, well, I guess they weren't cancellations, but they were postponements. People saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot, or a dog ate my car, or whatever. And cancellations and postponements do happen in our business. It's an appointment business, just like a doctor's office or a hair salon. They deal with that stuff all the time. It's okay, it's normal, but they're more likely to hold when your doctor's office gives you that little card with the reminder on it. Or they call you a couple days in advance and say, just want to remind you, Miss Kristen, that you have an appointment on. I'm so thankful for those. I would totally forget my appointment. So it's setting that intention, okay? Another thing you're going to want to do is coach. Mary Kay said book, coach. So we're going to talk about this for just a quick second because it's really the easiest thing in the world. But it does take dedication, and it is going to take using your planner, okay? So say today is Thursday, and I book an appointment for next Thursday. I'm going to keep in contact with her before next Thursday. Because if I book her today and I set the intention and I'm so excited, not everybody in the world uses a cute Mary Kay planner like us. Not everybody's that organized, so it's up to us to help that appointment hold. So coaching, it looks like today's Thursday. On Sunday, I would text her, this woman, whether she's a friend or somebody I don't know, a referral, and I would say, oh my gosh, Amy, I'm just getting so excited about your appointment on Thursday. I just wanted to know, is your skin combination, normal, dry, or whatever the other one is, I can't think of it. I ask them their skin type, and then they text me back, oh, yeah, my skin type's this. Awesome, thank you. just find a little bug in her ear and she remembers, okay, yeah, I do have that appointment on Thursday. The day before is absolutely crucial because the day before is the day when people are making plans for their next day. So I usually text them sometime before 2 o'clock and I'll text them and I'll say, Amy, really looking forward to tomorrow. By the way, since I'm in such a huge contest, because I would have said this at the initial booking, it is in your script, but I would have told her she could invite friends. The day before is when I ask how many guests she's planning on bringing. So I would say, okay, Amy, I can't wait till tomorrow. Since I'm in such a huge contest, you know, I'm trying to see as many faces as possible. How many women do you plan on having with you at your appointment? And if I don't hear back from her, it's okay. Normally they will, but if you don't, it's okay. You're gonna wanna text her the next day as well. The day of is super important. And that's when I send out a text that just says, I'll see you later. Let me know if you have any trouble finding my place. And that's if she's coming to me. If I'm going to her, I'll say, see you soon. I'll let you know if I have any trouble finding your place. I'm just reminding them. I will tell you, there was a time when I coached an appointment that was about a week out and I didn't hear from her all week long. And the day of, I had my sitter set up and I was on my way to her house. And I texted her that morning and said, see you soon. I'll let you know if I have any trouble finding your place. And 10 minutes before her appointment, she said, I have 2 friends coming, see you soon. The reason why I tell you that is because when you're coaching, it is helping more than you know. And it's not even always about the response. It's setting the intention. It's showing people that you are legitimate. It makes people understand that what you're doing is actually important to you. People don't want to do things when it's not a big deal. They want to be there when they're like, I'm helping somebody. She wants to bless me. It's just a totally different ballgame. So again, to rephrase, go and use the scripts. Use the scripts, use the scripts, use the scripts. Coach that appointment. Set the intention. And just know that you're going to reach out to a lot of people and there might be people who don't want it, and that's okay because the right people will.